Good morning. Welcome to Dornbush download number 206. Good morning, Dan.
Morning, Michael. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too
Good.
bad. Same stuff, different day. But there's
share market keeps rolling on.
That's the drill. There's always something bubbling away. But mate, yeah, there's been some. I guess a couple of shares that have been mentioned in one of the research reports.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, Michael.
Yeah.
I've got my piece of paper here. I'll hold it down so it can't be seen. But they talk about Gary. You know, what was the other one? GARP, growth at a reasonable price. But now we've got Gary, growth at a reasonable yield. And the Gary score is the dividends plus the sustainable growth. And these guys have looked at sustainable growth estimates for the financial years 19 to 21. And it's quite interesting because there's a lot of stocks in there and they're all really looking undervalued compared to the broker consensus of them. So I've dug out a few of them, like MYOB. It's a 4% discount to the actual broker consensus of what price it should be trading at. Perpetual, an 8% discount. Platinum Asset Management, 4% discount again. Viva Energy, that's an interesting one, Michael, with the Shell service stations. They've come up with they haven't actually paid a dividend yet, so they're suggesting a 5.2% yield there, potentially 10% undervalued. So,
That's only recently been sort of listed, or recently-ish, hasn't it? The property trust
maybe 3 months.
Yeah, property trust came out first, and then the sort of share company came out, didn't it? That's right.
Yep. It's an interesting one because they've got the refinery at Geelong. Do a lot of avgas and a lot of marine fuel as well as cars. So it's quite a diversified business. Sydney Airports, 4%. Undervalued. What are rising rates in the US going to do there, though, Michael?
That's a quandary, isn't it, for property trusts and infrastructure plays? I mean, they're traditionally good defensive, solid, assets usually, aren't they? But as you say, the interest rates are going up potentially in the US, and you could probably argue with trade wars and inflationary pressures, rates probably across the board
getting pushed up.
Which will have a negative effect on these guys. But
I think so.
Last
one I've got there. Two more. Tabcorp, Melbourne Cup coming up. And Mrs. Humberdross puts on a great Melbourne Cup lunch, doesn't she?
She does.
We get
Tabcorp will be getting my $5 for the year. So
$5. You're so good.
Big spender. Big spender.
And then Navitas, 6% undervalued there. Education. So a real mixed bag.
Online stuff, don't they? Yeah, it's interesting, and the financials keep, popping up, don't they? As the higher yield plays. I mean, certainly bank stocks are obviously under a lot of pressure with the Royal Commission. Certainly the growth forecasts in prices aren't, well, it doesn't look great. But as you mentioned, those fund management groups, Platinum, Pendle.
Pendle was in there as well.
The new branded BT.
What is a Pendle?
No idea. Pretty average name, really. But anyway, someone got paid a few bob to come up with that one. So,
but you were looking at Bank of Queensland too, Mike.
Yeah. I guess Bank of Queensland. We're coming into some of these out of cycle companies that report. So Bank of Queensland result comes out on the 4th of October. Their financial year ends as of the 31st of August. And 3 of the big 4 banks, I guess, too, are coming up: NAB, ANZ and Westpac. The end of their financial year is 30 September. So their results will come out in November. So a little bit more to come out from the bank stocks. I guess, Dan, to finish up, we had some, finalisation on this trade war stuff last night. Basically, Donald Trump going to put another 10% on $200 billion worth of Chinese imports, and that'll go up to 25% by 1 January. So
a bit of pressure on iron ore stocks, maybe more.
Absolutely. So commodities probably the most likely to be affected in the short term. Interesting to see now how China retaliates. There'll be something, no doubt. But
more tariffs.
We'll watch the ping pong ball keep going backward and forth, but interesting times, that's for sure.
Very good. That'll be us for today, I reckon.
Yep.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.